New York is asking for a stay against the temporary restraining order that was issued by a federal judge in Antioch versus Hochul. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What is up, Wolverines, and welcome back to the channel. As always, timestamps are down below. Recently, a New York judge has knocked down a lot of the Concealed Carry Improvement Act, better known as the CCIA. But do you know what else is down? The stock market. And in times when the stock market is down, we have to look to diversify our holdings. And I moved a couple of my old 401ks over to a Lear Advantage IRA. Lear Capital is the gold standard in precious metals with over $3 billion of transactions. And by calling 1-800-741-0551, you can get your free investor's guide to gold and silver. Lear Capital is a conservative, American-based company that wants to see you do well. When you do well, they do well. And you can get your free gold investor's guide by calling 1-800-741-0551. That's 1-800-741-0551. Ask about the Lear Capital Advantage IRA, which I have, and I'm heavily invested in silver. So once again, call 1-800-741-0551 and get your free investor's guide. All right, guys, that's out of the way. Like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me with the algorithm. And we're going to be talking about the GOA challenge to the CCIA. Recently in Antioch versus Hochul, a federal judge gave the plaintiffs a TRO, temporary restraining order, against the law. And the judge issued that temporary restraining order because he felt that most of the law was unconstitutional. He specifically picked apart a lot of the sensitive area locations, the social media requirements, and other provisions on the CCIA. Now, Hochul and her cronies are filing a stay. What they are asking for is a federal judge to issue a stay against the temporary restraining order because, in their words, the TRO poses an imminent risk to public safety and well-being. Hochul and her crew want the judge to stay the temporary restraining order for everyone, but they realize that is a lot to ask, so they are asking if the judge will not stay the order for everyone, if they will just restrict the temporary restraining order just to those plaintiffs in the case, which means the plaintiffs in the case will be able to carry in sensitive areas where other people are not allowed to. What this reminds me of is the two-step process, where instead of just looking at the original text of the Second Amendment and the history of the Second Amendment, that they look at intermediate scrutiny and weigh in public safety against the constitutionality of the law, which, if you know, the Supreme Court says you cannot do that. So we'll see what happens in this case. Hopefully the court system realizes that they are trying to do something definitely unconstitutional and goes ahead and lets the TRO go forward for everyone in the state of New York, because that is what freedom is. Freedom should not be only for a subset of those plaintiffs in the case. It should be for everyone. That's one of the reasons why I had a problem with the way the judge ruled in the FPC case on frames and receivers, because he carved out freedom for just that specific company when it should go out to everyone. So we'll see what happens, but this is definitely interesting. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet on this because it could go either way. Courts rule usually with the government in mind. The government seems to have a little bit of an inside game where if you are suing the government, you have to prove that it's so egregious that the judge cannot rule any other way. And I believe the CCIA is so egregious that a judge cannot rule any other way. But like I said, I never bet on court cases. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll be back with more information as it breaks. But as of right now, that is it. So stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep the fight. I am out of here. I love you very much. You can read the court documents down below. And I am gone, Wolverine's mother.